Recently, we took a poll on Instagram asking ladies if it was okay to go through your spouse's phone. 62% said no, and 38% said yes. Whether you are in a relationship or not, I think everyone at some point has either checked their spouse's phone or has been tempted. And more than discussing if it's okay to go through your spouse's phone, which we will, I want to get into the why of it all. What does that mean? Well, I want us to leave here feeling we have an understanding of where the root of this behavior is coming from. Because let's be real, there's a reason why we get tempted to check our significant other's phone. But here's what I want you to understand. This is not about who's right or wrong, nor is it about whether your relationship is good or bad. This is about understanding why it's happening and seeing if we can expand the scope a bit. Okay, so let's get into some of the reasons I've gotten by the hundreds of ladies that I've talked to. The first reason they check their spouse's phone is past relationship betrayals, either from a current spouse or an ex that has left them feeling scarred and unable to fully trust again. The second reason, a change of behavior from their spouse, causing them to question what's changed. The third reason, and this is the most common one I get, and it's my favorite. I should be able to check their phone because they should have nothing to hide. All these reasons, although valid and hold truth, still tells us one thing. We don't trust ourselves. What? Wouldn't it mean we don't trust our spouse? Sure, but here's the thing. In order for us to truly trust others, we would need to trust in who we are and the decisions and choices we make. After all, being in a relationship is a choice we actively participate in. And since relationships are built off trust, I mean, you hear this all the time, right? How fulfilling would our intimate relationships be if we didn't trust the person we picked? Girl. And if you're still going back to the argument that you trust your spouse, but you still check their phone because they should have nothing to hide, we need to get real and tell the truth. You might be in a good relationship, but the very act of intruding on your partner's privacy is not only a trust issue, but also a control issue on your part. Now, this is a hard truth coming from love because you're not the only one. We've all been guilty at times, sometime or another. It's not about, what we're doing wrong. It's about what these behaviors are showing us. Is it showing us that there is an intuition screaming something isn't right? If so, how can we communicate that in our relationships and take proper actions to honor ourselves besides engaging in sneaky deeds? Did the connection in your relationship change, leaving you uncertain of what your spouse is doing? Then how can you communicate these feelings to your significant other to open up your relationship in an organic way? Is going through your spouse's phone coming from the scars you're holding on to from the past that's making it hard for you to trust? Then how can you shine a light inward instead of projecting your fears and hurts on your spouse? Now, if it's something your current spouse did, I want you to remember that staying with your spouse after a betrayal is your choice. A choice that comes with taking responsibility for what we choose to participate in. If you are wanting to continue a relationship with someone who hurt you, then you are also responsible for the healing and the rehabilitation of that relationship. Checking your partner's phone and making sure that he or she is not continuing behavior you don't like is still an act of distrust and control. And what kind of relationship do you really want to build with that kind of rocky foundation? I'm all about shining a light on behaviors we think are no big deal because it's small behaviors that direct us to the truth that's happening within us. Telling the truth builds our self-awareness muscle, and it's self-awareness that allows us to trust our partners, the partners that we choose to invest our life with. Does this all make sense? Now I want to hear from you. What insights have you gotten from this video? Comment them below. And if there's someone you know needs to hear this message, please share it with them.